Hello, hello. Back at it with the Roblox. Back at it again. What is up, everybody? Make sure, sorry I'm running late. Let's see what's going on in these markets. Everything looks pretty good. Our fun, our PH fun. PH better than F. What's up, 44%? Chinese web stocks are up 10. Roblox is up a little bit. So I'm gonna wait for that to dip back down, but maybe I shouldn't. That's gonna be a hard one to decide on. It's so expensive now, but it might be cheap. It was up to 93 in pre-market. Let's buy some. How much did I have the order in for yesterday? I don't even remember. Come on, hurry up, internet. Roblox going up. Getting more expensive on me, come on. Okay. So it was for 10. Oh yeah, that's right. Alright, I'm gonna get 10. Already expensive, isn't it? We're just gonna go and market 10 because of YOLO purposes. Alright, we got him. Average price 74.97. Let's see if it goes up today. Why not? If it doesn't, just gonna hold it. The market cap is kind of ridiculous. It's at 41 B's. Capital B's. So, that one's gonna be a fun one. Anyways, I wonder what the analysts say. Well, one analyst says buy. And his target price is obviously $60. So what else? The Soxel is up. Stark Peak Energy is also up again. Pinduoduo is doing well. That's probably one reason why the Chinese web is up. Jindong is up. Neo is up. Okay. Lee is up 5%. Cool. Nuclear Energy, NXE. Lemonade. Wish Lemonade could get over 100. Xiaopeng is up 6%. Love-hate relationship with this car. They have the suicide doors. They have a lime paint. Just imagine this. It kind of reminds me of a Porsche Panamera in some weird way. But I can totally be tripping big ones. So I don't know. I'm gonna go to the Xiaopeng store next week. And it's gonna be a fun adventure. The Teco is 5%. GVO. Okay. Microvision. Jumia is 4.6. Okay, cool. That one's making money. Very nice, very nice. Baidu 3.6. Interesting. Let's check out the ARKs though. What about the ARKs? That's obviously what we want to know. The Chinese triple Q. That's actually funny. We have the QQQ NASDAQ Tech, and then we also have the Chinese triple Q. Good stuff. It's leading the way. Chinese stocks are doing well. Clean energy, the battery, the lithium ETF, the 421, another clean energy, and then we have the ARKs, all right in a row actually. The SOX and the SMH are above 3, so that is awesome. OGIG is 3.55. We actually have some of those, so that's good, although not very much. Oh, that's not even sorted by the percent change. Okay. ARKW is buying that good old Roblox, just like us. Anyways, I got myself 10 shares of the Roblox. It was fun times yesterday. Good morning. Roblox currently higher market cap than EA Games. Oh man, what have we done? Maybe we should sell it and just start shorting it. I actually wouldn't mind that, to be honest with you. You know what? I forgot to put this link in the announcement part. And ping at everybody. I don't know if that annoys everyone or not. I really don't, because I feel like that's annoying if you don't want to watch it. There's so many people in the Discord. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Let me know what you guys think about that. Is that annoying when I ping? Probably you guys think it's not annoying since you're here. But anyways. I don't think it'll drop much as long as ARK is on it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, and that's what I'll buy it. I mean, to be fair, I kind of wanted to short it. That's a good question about the GME. I didn't even check. Let's see. First of all, let me set this up to the 1 day, because unlike Robinhood, I have to manually set this up every time. But want to see like how much I'm making this day, like right now, how much everything is up. So far, we're doing pretty good. Yeah, I expect the options. Thought it would be up a little bit more, to be honest with you, since the ARKs are all up like 2-3%. I think it's 3%. We're up 32 big K's, capital K's. Or is it lowercase k? Don't actually know. The socks is moving up more. The socks and the shaking my head. So that's always good. Everything's going pretty good. You know, the stupidest thing is my XLK puts. And for those of you that don't know, XLK is the XLK is the technology sector ETF. Very popular one. This one is like my puts. I had a puts as a hedge for against the tech sector, and you would think like when the put, so when the prices of the underlying is dropping, then it would be more expensive to buy a put. And it's the same for call. And if it's going up for puts, then it would be cheaper to buy the puts. I think. But it's the opposite day here. So actually, 2 days ago when the XLK went up, was going up a lot actually 2 days ago. The day that I hit like 13.5% gain on my portfolio. And so the tech was up so much, but the funny thing is the puts were actually up 200%. And I think the psychologist is all messed up there. All messed up. Because it should be the opposite, but... Well, there's no point to even look at this because it's all gonna change. Crypto's not doing that bad. I mean, I'm really considering Amara lately, and that's such like against my instincts, you know? But I think that because usually we saw it up much more compared to how much Bitcoin is up, and it's actually down. I mean, it's heading down right now. This is on the 1 hour chart though. Let's look at the day. It's up only 1%, and Bitcoin's already up 1.5%. That's weird because usually it was Bitcoin was up like 1.5%, and then Mara was up like 8 or 9. But I guess that has no correlation now that we're finding out. Whatever. So yeah, probably better to hold off. Lee is up almost 6%, so congratulations to anyone holding that. Man, this is really slow for me right now. So this is kind of looking like a V-shaped recovery. Like, I know it's too early to be saying that it's a recovery as in a tech recovery, not a cyclicals recovery. Get that cyclicals out of here. Get those cyclicals out of here. We don't want any of that. But to be fair, we do actually. I kind of wanted to buy that FAS back. How's it doing? Okay, it's down 2%, so there's my chance. Put my money where my mouth is, but then again, tech is up so much, it's like, why would I even want to buy it? if it's going to be a V-shaped recovery. Okay, things are pulling back a little bit here. Things are pulling back. Oil is just heading straight up, apparently. Let's look at the TNX. Last time I checked, which was like an hour ago, 15.2. Okay, yeah, it's coming up a little bit, but not much. This graph is like not right, I feel like, because yesterday it was 2 red candles. So why is it still 2 red candles? That's what I want to know. Seriously, because I was talking about like, oh, it's 2 consecutive days that it's been falling, and so now it should be 3, right? No, 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 no. Go back to the red. Don't start to be green. You're gonna scare my tech stocks, especially Apple. It's spooked very easily. Apple is just, yeah, yeesh. I don't like this chart. I kind of like it though. It bounced off the 180-day EMA. Amazon's up 1%. Solos, oh, flat. Yeah, I don't know. Should I buy it? FAS is coming up and those are coming down. I mean, this could be a good time to buy, but hard to say. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. Where's the Roblox? I just bought 10 shares, which is expensive. It's like compared to $750. That's crazy. And of course it's going down, but we'll see. We'll see. We will be holding it. It's going to $100 soon, obviously. Oh yeah, I was gonna check that GME thing. I got sidetracked. Nope, didn't hit. Didn't hit. I don't know why. It wasn't $1. So I guess we should probably do that again, right? Just to be fair, we're starting a tradition. Investing in meme stocks. Yeah. I want to buy a put today on this. It's gonna be so expensive though. For one day out, I mean, maybe not. Yeah, but one day it's like, maybe 8 days. Probably safer. But I bet you those are gonna be expensive. We could buy a $1 one. Wonder what kind of volume that has. I mean, it's not even worth it. Go ahead and see what's $100. The 40. I don't know. I mean, what could we realistically get a good deal on? Probably the $50 strike. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna try $1. That's $100. Get your money ready. Pull out those Benjamins. Putting them on GameStop. And let's see if we can make this price move. As soon as we put in this order, it's probably going to go up. So if anybody has GameStop, thank me now. 242? 243? Well, anyways, it needs to go up before then it's even going to get filled, so we'll see. Actually, I need to go ahead and post some of those on the Twitter. Don't even think I did. But yeah, I mean, the point about Roblox is it's the platform that the creators can create content for free. I mean, it is cool in that sense. But the market cap is just ridiculously high, and I mean, maybe if I put enough rocket emojis, then it'll go up. Actually, I want the GameStop to go down. I need an upside down rocket or a meteorite. Maybe. Alright, well. Okay, those are posted on Twitter. Let me catch up with the chat. First of all, let me check the markets. Okay, things are heading down. They're heading down a little bit. S&P is kind of bouncing. Oil is going up though. Oh man. Indecisive on this FAS. I guess I could put an order in at $90 or $89. Check the treasury again. 15.23, it's not so bad. And the ARKs. Things seem to be turning around, at least for the ARKs on the spark line. Semiconductors could be a different story. Did my order for the OGIG yesterday actually filled? And I think we're down a little bit on that. Let's look at that. This one I'm really interested in. And I, for one, personally really like Kevin O'Leary. He is, and I don't really like him. I never really liked him, or I never really hated him either, but I didn't have an opinion. Of course, I've seen Shark Tank YouTube clips just like the rest of you, but you know, I didn't really have an opinion. But after seeing him recently on CNBC and seeing what he thinks about the stimulus or this rotationary period and the recovery and things like that, I gotta be honest with you. He's a BFF now. Definitely not annoying. We're here for the content. Okay, keep that in mind. People may love to be the contrarian to Kathy Wood, but they will shadow trade the heck out of her. Yeah, maybe. This morning felt weird without this YouTube live. Thanks, Monica. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was on a call. It's your Discord. If they get mad, they can leave. That's true. Very true. I have the Discord server set so that people don't usually get notifications from every message. So when you do the at everyone ping, it shouldn't be that annoying. Okay. Some servers on Discord ping people for every message. Yep. That I am aware of. Yeah, I guess Bitcoin did hit a new all-time high. I didn't even realize that. That's true, huh? Yeah. 57,380.87 according to Webull. I don't know what clearinghouse they're using actually. I wonder how much volume we could actually do with crypto on Webull. I know on Robinhood it's nothing. Do you have no Tesla shares? Is that a serious question or is that a joke? NextGen announces closing of 150 million bot deal financing. Let me check this out. NextGen. Oh, that's the NXT, isn't it? All right, let me see if I can get this. This article pulled up. Give me a second. Why every single time I need to add a new source for the article? Is pleased to announce that it closed its previously announced bought deal financing. The offering, pursuant to the offering, the company issued 33.4 million common shares of the company at a price of $4.50 per common share for gross proceeds of approximately 150 million. NextGen has granted the underwriters a 30-day option to purchase up to an additional 5 million. Let's see. Well, okay. That's cool. Man, Lee is up almost 8% today. What is Tesla doing? Okay, it's up a little bit. Things are definitely pulling back a little bit. Oh, my order to buy one contract of GameStop has filled at $1. So, my friends, that means it's going up. What did I tell you? This looks like a V. All right, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Down 4%. It's trading at 255, and I have a put for 8 days until expiration. So we will see how it goes, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. 8 days is plenty of time. Because look, even if we're right on this candle now, because that was the top, right? Let's just say. If we're coming down, then there's plenty of time. Even if we're not, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's only 4 candles, so before it crashes again. And maybe it doesn't crash. Maybe it keeps going up because this company is valued at $18 billion. Maybe this is an $18 billion company. Who knows, really? I prefer to put my money in the Roblox. Well, Roblox is going down. That's cool. I'm gonna hold my 10 shares though. I don't care. NNDM is up almost 11%. So now Mara started going up. So maybe my my hypothesis was right. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, please like that live stream. And while you're down there, go ahead and check out the link to the Discord server and the blog where I am putting the daily write-ups. Funky Scoot. It was a serious question. Well, I appreciate you trying to rally up support to like the live stream. I really do appreciate that. But you must be new here. You must be a little bit new. If you don't know that I have Tesla. As a matter of fact, I do have Tesla. I have way too much Tesla. Too much exposure. I have 100 shares of Tesla, and then I have ARK. I don't even know how many ARKs I have these days. Let's see though. I have 100 of ARK, which is equivalent to how many Teslas I want. Probably not that many. And then one leap on ARK, which these are doing good. I mean, they're up. The ARK leaps are up into the negative 20% range, which it was closing in on negative 50 only a couple of days ago. So we dollar cost averaged and brought the average unrealized profit and loss to a negative 30% range, negative 40%. Well, negative 4, low 40s, I think. Oh, and 30 on some. I don't remember, but something like that. So we brought it down a little bit by dollar cost averaging, but still it's gone up a lot. So like our ARK W is only negative 21, so a couple of days it can go from 50 to negative 50 to negative 21. That's pretty good. You can see how powerful those would be if you're in a bull market. In only few months, it could be significant. And I mean, the ARK W, I remember specifically on this ARK W and this ARK K leap. This was at negative 40 something. It was bad. And then the ARK W a few days ago was only negative 10% down. So this has come up about, let's just say 7%. And the leap has come up, let's just say 20 to 30%. So it's quite a big difference. But that should be obvious. It is an option after all. XPEV up 10.5%. Yes, Xiaopeng. Love-hate with this car. Love-hate relationship. But I mean, Xiaopeng should do well though. It should. The stock should go up because they have the autonomous driving tech in China. But to be fair, those are not as popular as the Neos. At least where I am. Maybe in South China, I've heard that they're a lot more popular. But anyways, it doesn't matter. You can just look at the sales and the deliveries. For sure, Neo has a lead. The Chinese market for the luxury class electric vehicle. Well, the domestic luxury class electric vehicle. Anyways, there was actually one that I wanted to take a look at with you guys today from the live stream, and it is Ride, I think. Yep, Lordstown Motors. This is one that has recently come across the come to my attention. But it's an American electric vehicle company, and it is looking to take some market share from in the truck industry, which is a $190 billion industry. And even some are speculating that the Cybertruck will take $50 billion in revenue per year. Just think about that for a second, and then ask yourself if Tesla is still undervalued. Because all of these, like Workhorse, Nikola, now we have Lordstown, which the Lordstown trucks look pretty nice, to be fair. And I think that they will probably end up doing better than Nikola. And Workhorse is more commercial anyways. I don't even know why I'm talking about that. But like pickup trucks, I guess you should say. But anyways, if you guys don't know, I mean, this could be an interesting opportunity. It's below the 180-day moving average right now. And during a EV push, we should see this one do decent. Although, of course, it's going to be a A less known one, less hyped one. So we will see how that goes. Do I still have ACTC? No, I cut all of my small positions, all of my BS positions, I would like to say, and just when we were dipping a while ago, short term, mid term, BS, cut it all and put the money into dollar cost averaging into my longer term longer term positions. And I would recommend doing that. So, but I mean, now is if we can have a double green. I'm waiting for my double green day confirmation in a row. So 2 green days on tech and semiconductors, and when we do see a double green day, which it kind of was already. Yesterday was green. It wasn't NASDAQ. No, it finished down 0.04. Yep. So technically it wasn't, but it was flat, so that's pretty good. But I want to see a 2 green days in a row. And we might not get it, we might not. Maybe if today is a huge one, then maybe I will consider tomorrow, wait for the pullback, and then Monday could be a very interesting buying opportunity. Granted, everything's normal in the world. No more strange events happening. The TNX is slowly declining or staying the same. The TNX is the 10-year treasury, by the way. As long as everything's normal, no crazy news coming out, then I think if we have a big day today, and then we have a cool-off day tomorrow, I think Monday could be a good chance, or at the end of the trading day on Friday, could be a good chance to start getting into some of these call options that we were doing before. Because if we held those, maybe some of you guys did hold those over this dip, and that's not fun. That is not a fun thing to be holding. That is literally, for me, that's literally like a hot potato. I just don't want that. I don't want none of those when the market's doing this. The only ones I kept were my ARK leaps and my Apple leaps. Speaking of which, how is Apple doing? Okay, we're moving up 6.25. That's good. The Apple is still negative 33, man. The Apple is worse than the ARK. I've got 10,000 in that. I might. Apple, dude. Yeah, whatever. Gonna do. Okay. I'm waiting for Tesla to hit $1,200 and then all is well in the world. Man, I really want to see what Kathy's price target is for Tesla. That's probably will move the price. Unless it's like only $800 or something. It's gonna move. Well, it's gonna move the price, but not in the way that we want it to move. When would you buy back into ARK or ICLN Commons? Like I said, let's get confirmation that this is going up first. I'm still a little bit skeptical because all the talking heads are like just really fear mongering. I feel like don't buy the dip, or tech's not gonna come back. It's gonna be a long time before we see tech do good again. The new growth stocks is the Wells Fargo and Bank of America are the new growth stocks. So people listen to that stuff, you know what I mean? I feel like people listen and be like, oh yeah, you know what? They're right. Maybe I should buy Wells Fargo. But I mean, that's a bad example. I mean, even they're talking about buying airliners, which makes more sense because so the theory is the travel's going to open up, but I have my doubts because of the business travel. People are used to doing Zoom. The businesses haven't made money. You think they're just going to be jetting around across the country just all of a sudden? Or when they have a nice alternative, Zoom, which they've gotten used to over the past year. Why would they not? I mean, obviously, if you have to be in person for something, but just some normal business meetings that usually people would fly, have a meeting. You know what I mean? So I think the business travel is not going to be as much as people think. And other reasons too. banks ain't lending as much mortgages because there's no inventory. That's a good point. I didn't really look at it that way, but banks are not necessarily doing bad though. If you look at it, the banks are kind of up during this period of just this specific period for the last 2 weeks. Banks are actually doing pretty good. Like FAS, which is the financial sector bull ETF, it's up, and it didn't dip. It just went up when tech was dipping. But anyways, we're getting distracted. There was a few things that I wanted to cover, which was I want to show you the Lordstown truck. By the way, guys, I'm taking the day off tomorrow. I got to go to Disney. I'm going to make a video on a review of a stock at Disney, and it's not Disney. Oh, I guess that could make sense too. We could go to Disney. I could talk about Disney stock. Makes sense because Shanghai Disney is actually the newest Disneyland in the world. Maybe I would do that. And I actually like Disney, and so does Nancy Pelosi. So who knows? Maybe she will share my video. I'll make sure to mention her in the Disney video. Maybe I can get some footage of going on a roller coaster or something. Hopefully I won't drop my phone. That would be bad. But I'll see what I can do. And but yeah, I want to do a review on Cheesecake Factory because guess what, boys and girls? The ticker is literally cake. And I feel like that might be enough reason to buy it. And look at it though. It's literally just going up. And because this is one of those quote-unquote recovery stocks. Because in January, it wasn't doing so well. It was barely getting back to pre-COVID levels, and now it's pretty high. So I don't know about that. I think it might be a little bit overvalued. A little bit too high for my liking. But we'll see though. We will see. If it pulled back to the 50, I would be pretty interested in it. But this is not a bad play. It really isn't. No dividends on the cheesecake. I mean, you guys have probably been to Cheesecake Factory. It's pretty good. They have one at Shanghai Disney. So every time I'm at Disney, which I go a lot more than I would like, I always go to eat there. So I thought I would do a review of it. But man, the business is booming. The business is just incredibly booming. There was one time where the wait was literally like 4 hours. Some ridiculous amount. And I'm not exaggerating. The wait was around it wrapped out the line. There was a line. There was a line to get those little buzzer things to tell you when your table is ready. There was like a 3-4 hour line just to get one of those. So like the families would go into Disney to play, and then like the husband or the dad or something, the grandparents would just wait in line. Crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna do a review on it. That was during a holiday. I forgot if that was on Chinese New Year or if that was on New Year. But nevertheless, it was crazy busy there all the time. So oh, thanks Ed. Definitely do that. Send me the portfolio. That's right, guys. You should be seeing some pretty good gains from my pick now. Maybe a lot of you guys started buying some of my picks right when we had this tech cool off. It's all good. Just wait a little bit and keep following the picks because we're doing pretty good. We still have a ways to go to get back to where we was, but it's okay. Things happen like that. So, but if you're starting to make money on some of them, which you should be if you have an NDM, the fun with the PH, Star Peak Energy was another good one. So let me know. Send me some screenshots. You can make it to the Wall of Fame. But hey, congratulations on that super big loan guy. Pre-approved for a $300,000 mortgage with no income. That's kind of worrying though, isn't it? That's cool though. You must have really good credit then. That's weird. I was thinking about doing getting a mortgage, but I don't want to right now because if it crashes, then you don't have any equity to pull out. At least not much to make it to have enough to buy something else if it does crash. So if I buy real estate right now, it's going to be cash. And I think buying in Texas is probably a good idea because I thought the real estate crash, I don't think will affect it very much because it's booming, and I think it will continue to boom. Although Austin is a little bit overpriced in my opinion, so that market might be, but Houston, Dallas, or something like that could be interesting. Or on the outskirts of Austin would be interesting, like Round Rock, Georgetown, East Pflugerville, or something like that. But anyways, could be good. Credit is over 800. Yeah, well there we go. They trust you. The banks trust you. Fielding on Soxel, cool. Send me a pic. Seriously, send me a pic. It really helps me out, guys. It does help me out because my picks, as you know, they're pretty good. Not every single one, but they're pretty good, and especially if you give it time. So just give it time. So I hope you guys appreciate it, and send me some of those picks. Philadelphia housing market is in high demand, right? But there's a lot, man. I've been looking all over the place the last month or two. I've been looking in Nevada, California, Texas, Florida, specifically those. I've looked in Washington State. Nothing in the Northeast though, but be aware the housing market but that makes sense though because the interest rates were so low. It makes sense. The lockdowns, like people spend so much time in their house and they have nothing to do anyways, and the interest rates are cheap. Might as well just go get a new house. Get a nicer one, right? So it makes sense to me. Anyways, so that's the plan. So don't expect a live stream tomorrow, guys. Apologize about that, but that's what I was gonna say. Am I looking at an investment? Yep, investment. I already have rental properties, and I have a house already for living. So yeah, it's just gonna be straight investment. That's the first step. You get a house to live in. Get a house to live in and pay it off. So you're trading crypto, you're trading stocks or whatever. Yeah. That's the first step. Like once you make some gains, don't forget to take some off and pay down on the mortgage. Or you know what? Don't get the don't get the 300,000 one. Maybe get something a little bit less. So you can pay it off faster. I don't know. I mean, that's obviously going to be up to you guys. But something that I would recommend is get a duplex or a triplex. But of course, those are going to be a little bit, could be expensive. But it just depends. You could always get one and renovate it. But and then you could increase the value. Then you could do a cash out refinance and take out some equity to buy another one. But ideally, what you could do is you could live in one unit and then you could rent the other one or two units, and then the other one or two units would ideally pay down your mortgage, so you're basically living for free. And then any other income you make, you could always try to pay down the mortgage even faster. And then at one point you could cash out refinance. You could even try to renovate it, try to add value to it somehow, wait for appreciation, cash out refinance, and get another one, another duplex or something like that. So I think that is ideal if you're starting out. I would highly recommend it. Yep. Seriously, I will highly recommend it. But if you can, if you can figure that out and live for free while you actually own the house, this is really setting you up for just tremendous success. Because in 5 years, if you're doing this and you can consistently have money to put down on new duplex or triplexes, then you're just going to create this stream of income which is more stable than anything else You know, like for example, stocks are all over the place right now. But at least if you had rent, you could always be getting rent. Then again, with the COVID, who knows? But you get the point. Real estate is pretty safe, and then you'll eventually have enough uh, in equity in the properties to get a house and settle down and have kids. You know what I mean? Set you up. But I would highly recommend doing that if you're young and you don't mind living in a duplex. Pretty much, I would highly recommend doing that. Yes, Jared, that is right. Which you would, because you would live it. That's the whole point. And if you can get an FHA if it's your first time, which I assume it is for Sky. So you could get an FHA. You could only put down 3.5% because it's the first time home buyers. Okay, so you put down 3.5%. You have excellent credit. You're gonna get even better rate. I mean, overall, it's a good idea. I mean, I was looking at some quadplexes. I guess that's what you call them, right? Fourplexes or quadplex. I was looking at some in some cheap tax areas around the country, like Texas and Nevada. Nevada I really like because they basically have no property tax and you know no income tax, obviously. But like I have a condo in Vegas for investment, and I paid $400 in property taxes in last year. Crazy. You can get an FHA as long as it's the primary, really? I didn't know that. Okay. But only one at a time, right? Interesting. Oh. Yeah, I didn't know that, but I actually never taken a mortgage. Actually, that's not true. I did one time in China. Actually, I did 2 times in China, but not in the US, so I wouldn't know. 25 go towards a house? Yeah, I would do it for sure. 25 towards a house. I mean, Philly market, I don't know. I could look around for you though. I would, man, I'd get out of there though, to be honest with you. I know it's your home and you're probably attached to it. I don't mean to talk bad about it, but if you don't have a job, which you're saying you have no income, so I guess you don't have a job, right? So why are you tied down to it? Go to some place with no taxes, tax free. You know, in Nevada is a good place for that, and I'm not even from there, but I think it's cool. And if you don't like Vegas, it doesn't matter. You could live in Reno, Carson City, or even in Lake Tahoe. It doesn't matter. There is actually a multifamily I see on the market right now for on the Nevada side of Lake Tahoe. I bought a fixer-upper, fix it, sell it, repeat. See, that works out if you can actually fix it and sell it. And Monica, you specialize at that, so you're ahead of the game. For me, I'd have to contract it out, and I would just not get a good deal, which I've done before recently on the condo in Vegas, and it just went okay. I mean, everything is fine. It's just not like I'm almost paying nothing, still paying money, and I don't feel like I'm adding a cheap value. I mean, adding value for cheap. So, because those companies are always going to make money, it's always going to be expensive. Pay someone to fix it for you. Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. You're from there, your family lives there, I get it. But hey, if you're just trading online like I am, why do you need to be in a place? So why don't you just go to a state with no income tax? Like you can go to Miami, Jacksonville or something in Florida, it's on a far flight. Texas, but it's got so expensive property taxes, so I probably would, and even I'm from Texas and I like it. I have a house there, but I'm just telling you the truth. I'd probably go to Nevada. Yep. I mean, that's where a lot of people are getting out of California and going to right now, and the prices are going up. So I think there's a lot of appreciation you can still capture. But yeah, I mean, I don't care. I'd live in Las Vegas. I have before. It's all good. Well, moment of truth. How's everything doing? Arcs are still doing good. The Sox is 3. Shaking my head is 3. Okay. OGIG is doing well. NASDAQ is up 1.5. Dow is even up 0.65. So what is not doing good? The FAS has actually come back up. Everything is going up. Oil is going up. Everything is going up. Well, let's see. Man, that FAS just went right up, huh? Yep. Okay, well, let's see. Let's go ahead and move over to the browser. Alright, I wanted to show you this Lordstown Motors. Interesting name. This is an American automobile manufacturer of electric vehicles. Let's just go to their website and check it out. Do a little bit of due diligence here. So this is their pickup that they're making. And they're trying to capture some of that $190 billion. And it's a great idea because, you know, eventually all of the cars will be electric. I don't care what you say and what you think. I am very confident. And I don't know if it's going to be 5 years or 10 years, but it's probably going to be one of those. Looks pretty good to me. I'm not really a fan of pickup trucks, to be honest with you. I've lived out of I had one when I lived in America. I did. I had a Dodge Ram, but I've lived out of the States for so long. Like, pickup trucks are not popular in other countries. It's a super American thing, at least in like Europe or Asia or something like that. Maybe like in Central and South America, maybe it is a little bit. I actually don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhat. I see some videos, but I don't know what I'm talking about. All I know is these are going to go electric, so this could be good to buy into. I mean, the pickup truck play is either going to be Lordstown, Nikola, or the Cybertruck, so Tesla. Tesla is just, I just really think Tesla is going to be good. Cybertruck is obviously weird, but could be a good thing. This is a traditional one, so I think this is going to be interesting. I mean, Ford is the next best thing because they're going to electrify the F-150, and then that's going to be pretty big, in my opinion. But as far as, I mean, this is a pretty good looking truck, though. Not really a fan of trucks or anything like that, but we can pre-order. I think this is going to be cheaper than the Cybertruck. I think it's 40,000 something. Wow, they're doing the $100 thing like Tesla did. You know why they do that? Oh yeah, Rivian, that's the other one I forgot. You know why they do this $100 thing is so they can, it's just an afterthought of people doing it so they can get a lot of these quote unquote pre-orders. Even if people don't follow through. It's only $100, people might change their mind and don't care about it. But the reason they do that, to what I think at least, is because they can take those pre-orders to the bank and get credit, get lines of credit, and be like, look, I've got 10 million pre-orders. People are very interested in this, even though it might all just be some sort of like smoke and mirrors. People might not get it. That's what happened with the Cybertruck, and they obviously got a lot of pre-orders, but you know, this doesn't mean anything. People that pre-ordered it might not actually buy it because it's like 2 years later and they might not have any money, first of all. You know, and second of all, they might just change their mind and got something else. But you guys get the point of what I'm trying to say, at least. Monica, I'm seriously gonna need to. I really think I'm gonna have to talk to you about this because I wish I had been able to talk to you with someone with this level of expertise that's not gonna try to like, I don't know, backstab me. Contractors will, because I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is stocks, Bitcoin, just finance in general. That's all I know. I don't know anything else. So yeah, I'm gonna need because that would have been good. Would have been good to know. It's good to know that someone like this in the industry. Even if all car are electric, everything else is made of petroleum, rose plastic, etc. Yes, for sure. And I'm not necessarily making a bare case for oil or whatnot. All I'm saying is I'm making a bull case for electric, which it will be because even didn't Germany set like a 5 year time limit on all cars have to be electric or something like that? At least new cars or something like that, didn't they? How could I Google? 2030, 2025, which one is it? There was something. Yeah, okay. It's all new cars mandated to be electric in Germany by 2030. So that is what, 9 years? So okay. All new ones. Less than 10 years. So yeah, I mean, and the German cars are behind. I mean, we look at the Chinese ones, and even Ford is doing things better than in my opinion, the Ford SUV that's called a Mustang is actually better than the Volkswagen. What is it called? ID3? What's that one? ID4. Okay. I think the Ford one was much better. This is really stupid. I saw that Doug DeMuro one review and he didn't like it. I tend to agree. The Mustang, I personally don't like it, to be fair. But I think it's better than this because I saw reviews for those too. So anyways, yeah, this is probably the review I had. Yeah, it is disappointing for now. Yep. Or maybe I'll watch that one. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, that's engineering explained. Oh, the Doug DeMuro one and yeah. The general consensus is it's disappointing. And look, it's got an 8 out of 10. It's just, I swear to God, these things must be paid. They must be donating. Anyways, the Lordstown one looks pretty interesting. So it could get in it, and I mean, okay, things are moving up. I want to look at the Lordstown. They chose the ticker of a ride. It's interesting. But anyways, it's down past the 180 day, so I'm just saying, like, you know, it could be a good time to get in on it. Just thinking. But again, I'm gonna wait for a double confirmation. If it can cross the 180, and then use the 180 as a support, actually, this would be an interesting buying opportunity, in my opinion. Okay. Yep, hear that. Yep. Well, the Rivian ticker, I forgot. Let me check it out. RIVN, okay. Let's go ahead and look at this. So yeah, I actually like the Lordstown look much better. This one kind of reminds me of like a Nissan or a... It has more of a Japanese look to it. Can't really put my finger on what I'm thinking about, but I don't know. Yeah. I like the Lordstown much better. Do they have a different models or something? Yeah, they do. Oh, that's cool though. The R1S. The R1 Rivian 1 truck. Rivian 1 SUV. Creative. But I do like this. I like the logo. I like the branding here. The Lordstown, why would they choose that name? It seems like it's British or something. Yeah, Rivian. This one looks cool. The R1S, I'd buy that. These lights look like that Neo, the Nami from the Neos. That look at you and follow you around. If you're talking, the thing will turn and look at you, respond. Pretty cool. But yeah, those lights are not very mean looking. They're more cute looking, and I don't think overall this is. I don't know, it just reminds me of more of a Japanese type look. I like the Lordstown better, but I don't know which one in terms of range and whatnot. But I would put money into both of them, to be fair. Nothing wrong with that. I probably wouldn't go so much into it because we've already got a lot of electric vehicles, and I think that Lucid is a good start once it starts. The wheels are on the street. I mean, this is a good investment. And also Tesla. Sleep on Tesla. And then the Chinese ones, don't forget. The Chinese ones actually have a bunch of wheels on the street already, and it's not slowing down. Although, with the shortage of chips, then it might actually slow down. So we should be a little bit careful with those in the next quarter or two. How it goes. I'd say probably start selling down on those positions once you've made a little bit, 5-10%, then you can start selling off. Because I don't know, I just don't know how the shortage of chips is going to affect. Because the Neo orders should start slowing down. Anyways. Anyways, let's check out the good old market before we do. Yeah, you know, it's a good. I'm thinking maybe we should do like some different segments. We should do Heckle the Talking Heads, or we should do a Heckle Market Watch. We should do what else? The meme stock one. By the way, gotta check this stuff out. First of all, how is Roblox doing? Okay, so it's down. Cool. It's down. That's okay though. And let's see what else. GameStop. This is our meme play. I don't even know if this is down or up from when I bought it. Let me check. Because that did fill. I have it right here. Okay, so I'm down 7%. Okay. That's okay. And that is a put for 8 days. That is all good. So we will see. And I'm not even gonna close that. I'm just gonna let that run. I don't care if I lose $100. It doesn't matter to me. Because you never know in the last minute before I dump. So I'm gonna let it just run unless I'm just like up 1,000%, then maybe I'll take profits. Anyways, so things are looking pretty good. ARK W is moving into the less than 20% negative. So that's good. Everything's going pretty good. Apple still sucks. That's crazy. Who would have thought? And you know, everyone is, the analysts and the hedge funds and the money managers, they're raising their price targets still on Apple. It's really, that one is interesting. Like literally, who was it? Wedbush, I think, raised to 180. Don't remember. Don't quote me on that. Someone did, and mine has been at 175. My price target has been at 175 for a while. Because I think it should be easy. I think 180 should be easy. Even I would raise it to 180. But whatever. Anyways, let's head on over, read the news. On the market watch, I'm probably going to need to pull up this. Well, right, Dow is moving up 0.72, S&P is almost 1, and Nasdaq's almost 2. Watch Apple, Tesla, and these other tech stocks for signals the bull market will keep charging, says analyst. Wow. There's a bull. This is like in Thailand. This picture is from Thailand, it looks like. Okay. Well, I really want to know. I really want to know what we should be watching for. Because Market Watch is supposed to be watching the markets for us, right? Okay, let's see what we got here. Watch Apple, Tesla, and these other tech stocks for signals the bull market will keep charging, says analyst. See, the thing is, which bull market? Because some of the talking heads talking about the cyclical bull market, but declining tech. Or are you talking about a tech bull market and below average cyclical? Because I feel as of late, those are pretty big contrasts between this. Anyways, with stocks up again, investors need to watch technology stocks' favorites as bellwethers that the bull market will keep charging, says Ziedens in our call of the day. According to Ziedens, the latest run-up in bond yields was likely triggered by a contagious wave of herd selling that got carried away. Well, well, well. Who is Ziedens? I think we could be friends. That is literally what we've been saying the whole time. I mean, the bond thing is just silly. 1.5 now? About 1.5, 1.6, it's 1.52 or something. That's not high. That's still extremely low. Yes, it ran up a lot. I think quickly in the past couple of weeks, but it was so low anyway, so just chill. I think just everybody chill. These tech companies aren't going away. They've made the biggest impacts on our lives in the past decade. Think about how big of an impact Google has made on our life. We even use the word Google as like a verb and a noun, you know? But Google has made such a big impact on our lives. Apple has made such a big impact on our lives. Facebook did, but it still kind of is with the advertising. Netflix has also provided us a lot of entertainment, not just during the pandemic. The stock wasn't expensive just when the pandemic hit. It was already expensive. And a good company. You know what I mean? Amazon. Huge impact on our lives. Worldwide. So, get out of town with this bearish sentiment on these FANG stocks. But I mean, I'm not even saying go into the FANG because the FANGs they're probably safer tech ones to be in for sure. But I mean, beside just getting a triple Q ETF or a T triple Q, you know, that would obviously be more safer because you have diversity. Even though most of those are made up of the FANG stocks, but beside the point, not really going to be the best for growth and innovation. It will be good for growth. It is a growth stock, but I think that if you want to capture the 100% per year, I don't think it. I don't know if it would be in Amazon, you know. And apparently it's not going to be an Apple. But anyways, this Zidins, he might be a new BFF. With stocks up, investors should watch the FANG group. Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google owned by. Oh, didn't know that. Which soared on Tuesday, but faltered on Wednesday. Yeah, it did, but the Nasdaq was flat. Get out of here. Get out of here. The semis took the biggest hit on Wednesday. Underperformance by big tech is far and away Zidin's biggest concern about the broad rally we have just seen. Underperformance by big tech is far and away Zidin's biggest concern about the broad rally we have just seen. What? I don't understand this. What is that trying to say? Maybe it's tight or something. Maybe it doesn't make sense. Anyway, somebody enlighten me. We cannot go higher without the best of the best stocks leading the charge. If the FANG stocks cannot get their act together, they threaten to take everything down with it. I mean, they would take the triple Q down and the Nasdaq for sure, but or an S&P. Just the tech ones, the tech XLK, T triple Q. Like, yeah, it'll take it down, but I mean, I wouldn't say that it's really gonna affect Dow Jones cyclicals. So, but anyways, I mean, we're talking about this. I don't even think it matters. We're having a great day today. We could see another 15% day, like, or 20% day. But Zidin said that FANG stocks managed to show some life and keep it up. That could send indexes to record levels. I do agree with that. Tesla is another key stock to watch according to Zidins. Zidins is a pretty freaking smart dude. And the shares retreating from their opening highs on Wednesday were equally concerning. As the FANG group stalling, yeah. This guy is literally dead on the money, I think. Dead on the money? Dead center, nail, head thing? Well, Zidin say I'm so bad with those things. Gosh. While Zidin said he doesn't think Tesla's behavior will impact the wider market, it isn't helpful to see owners of Tesla shares sell the bounce this week instead of buying it. Yeah, well, they're just idiots. Complete. Zidin's advice for investors is to keep holding for higher prices as long as the S&P 500 index remains above 3,800. The bull market is alive and well, he said. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you look over the past 5 years, this dip wasn't anything. Even if you look over the past 1 year. Now, assuming that this is a V-shaped recovery in tech, this is literally the exact same length and width of the and slope of the September one. So it's all good. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to have another one. Like, it's just like that. We're going to have these probably three or four times a year have a big one like that. And then the smaller ones, have like 10, 20, who knows? Depends on how bullish the bull market is. But the bigger the bull market is, the bigger these corrections are going to be. So it's not a big deal. And then once these corrections hit, people just try to find, you know, what's the scapegoat almost. Point the finger at something. Well, this time they pointed the finger at the 10 years. And it doesn't really make sense to me, to be honest with you. And I'm not an expert, but it doesn't really make sense to me. I will probably start sounding like a broken record though if I get into that. The recovery, the rotation into cyclicals, not because of the 10-year, but because of the opening up of the economy. This makes more sense. But it really just caused a panic sell. And that's all there is to it, I think. The buzz. Oh, the buzz. What, does Zidins have anything else to tell us about the buzz? Roblox stock soared 54% in its market debut. It didn't really, though. It opened for like 74 or something. Or 64 or something. It didn't open. 54% is misleading because that's saying it opened for 45. And yes, technically, they said it was going to open for 45, but when people could actually start trading it, it was already at like 60 or 70. ARK snapped up more than $36 million. Wouldn't that be nice just to have 36 million laying around? Would you give Kathy your money and just let her be like, yeah, okay, just do stuff, make money? Would you? Might not be a bad idea, actually. Maybe we should just all do that and just play Roblox instead on the live streams. Like, what are we even doing? Can we really beat Kathy, though? Shouldn't we just give all the money to her? Kind of just let her run with it? Because what are we doing? Unless you're trying to buy into, like, Wells Fargo right now, then don't give her the money. But if you're trying to buy into growth and innovation, which I am, I question, like, maybe I should just let her handle it. But her drawdowns are going to be huge, though, because of the strategy she's running. So I try to get a little bit more diversification so my drawdowns aren't as big as just like holding all of ARK ETFs. Those drawdowns are huge, but it's got huge upside potential. So it's worth it in my opinion. But of course I don't want to put everything in it. So yeah, I think the leveraged, the 3x ETFs are actually good because if you get just like an S&P 500, like that SPY or the triple Q, not that exciting. You need to spice it up a little bit. We don't, like everybody says, trying to beat the S&P or beat the Dow. Yeah. You want to beat the S&P, but if you just buy SPY, which is a grandma and grandpa thing to do, then you're not going to beat it. You're just going to manage it. So obviously, we want to spice it up. So the easiest way to beat the S&P is just buy the 3x S&P, in my opinion. But yeah, and there is no drag, contrary to popular belief. And now, on some 3x ETFs there are. Don't get me wrong, but on the ones that we're doing, I've done the it's just a small like case studies and stuff, and there's no drag as far as I can tell. But of course, in the future, that doesn't mean there's not going to be drag. So I personally think that would be the way to do it. I don't know what to do with these green days. I'm so used to dollar cost averaging, I feel lost. I know, right? Just be thankful that it's paying off. So, I mean, really, congratulations to you. And if this is the exit of this tech winter for the last 2 weeks, then really, and you stuck with it and didn't panic sell and actually did dollar cost average on your positions, and you come out ahead, you really should pat yourself on the back because it's not easy to do. It's not an easy thing to do. So, and keep in mind, most traders are unprofitable. Like the vast majority, what's it, like 90% or something, 80%, 95%? They're unprofitable. So if we come out with the biggest correction since Corona, if we come out of it making money, then it really is something to be proud of, I think. Because if you can get through these times, I promise you can get through anything. So, you know, and I just film what I'm doing anyways. You know, when I first started my YouTube channel, I'm not even planning to live stream, but it kind of became a thing because of you guys. And I'm going to do this stuff anyways, so I might as well just add some commentary and turn on the camera, I guess. So I hope you guys can learn a couple things. Obviously, I don't want anybody to just follow my every single move I make. That's silly. But hopefully it can be a starting point to spring off of. But really pat yourself on the back, guys, if we can get out of this alive and making money, because this is a big one. We're not out of it yet. We'll see. I want to see 2 green days. I want to see 2 green days, or at least another really big green day. Like hopefully today will be, and then really could be like confirmation of we might be getting past this. You make it sound like we have money to dollar cost average with unless banks are handing out loans. Well, you know, I'm not necessarily dollar cost averaging right now though. You know, and I didn't really do so much. It's not like I'm. You guys saw if you were following along on the journey. You guys saw. I wasn't dollar cost averaging every single day. You just kind of but for next time, just keep that in mind. Be prepared for these dips and don't forget them that they can happen. Even for some stupid reasons like this in-year thing. I don't even know if that's the stupid thing or if it's the rotation into the cyclicals that have basically been unprofitable and closed for the past year. I don't know, okay, whatever. Still got a long way to go to break even on the ARKs. Maybe. But I don't know. My call on ARKW is negative 18%. That's not very far because I think like 2 days ago it was like negative 40. So 2 or 3 more days it could be breaking even. Not really that far. But of course if the markets dip again, then yeah, it's gonna be far. But if we had 2 or 3 more decent days for ARKs, then I don't know if it's that far actually. GameStop is not doing well. That's okay. How about my Roblox? Down 3%. I buy more of this? I guess I could dollar cost average. My OGIG, I'm up 4%, so that's cool. Only a couple days. Better than my VAC-Q, but that's breaking even now. Pershing, I could put some more money into it. And then the print. But I've got 100 shares. I don't want to really mess with that. Oh, I don't know. Probably won't. But yeah, let's see what's going on here. Everything is moving up. Semis are moving up. Tech is moving up. Oil is up a lot too, though. And then the financial sector is kind of up, but I mean, compared to what it opened at. And then, of course, let's go ahead and check out the TNX. Ooh, TNX has actually gone up. It used to be at 1520, now it's at 1537. Which, by the way, guys, that means 1.537% yield on the 10-year. That's interesting. Huh. Gone up, huh? Interesting. But for some reason, that's not affecting the stocks anymore. Funny. Man, Zoxel's up almost 11. Congratulations to anybody that bought into that in the dip. And I'm sure that people were. I don't remember who was doing it, but more than one people took my advice on that into my. Zoxel went up like 15% 2 days ago. Yesterday it was down 5. It's up 10. And so that's like something percent 3 days. That's not bad. And you know what? Let's take a look at it. Because it still has room to run, actually. Yep, it can still run up to 47.85. And it's going to run higher than that, guys. It will. There is a shortage of semiconductors. It's down though, that's for sure. But anyways, I feel like these Weeble graphs so wonky. Are they? Up and down and up and down, huh? Gapped up though. Well, let's go. Keep doing it. So yeah, eventually it's going to hit 50. Eventually it's going to double, I believe. Not that far away. Considering how long these candles are. Can have huge days. Red or green. Obviously the green one, obviously the red ones are going to be bigger. Yeah, these candles, they don't really represent how much it's gone up because it went up 10%, but that's only No, sorry, it went up 15%. I was thinking about changing this up. I don't really want to though. I feel like even the one is a better representation. It's more like a line. When it's going up, it's green. When it's going down, it's red. But then if you go to the normal candle, it's actually, it depends on if it's what it opens at, depends on what it closes at, if the candle is going to be red or green. Because actually, overall, this is not a very long candle, but it dropped down so much, 27 on that day, and then it gapped up the open on the day candle to 30. But the candle doesn't really like capture that visually. You know what I mean? Because these candles actually it had a much big. My point is it had a much bigger day than what it looks like. Like right now it's up 10%, but actually this candle is only from 33.50 to 34 almost. What it is now. That's only 50 cents, but actually it's up $3.22. So actually it was from down here. That's the entire that's how much gains it's making today. So anyways, my point is that it's not really an accurate representation. This I feel like it is more, but maybe not though. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, to be honest with you, the line is the best. That's why I like lines, but on the day chart, I don't really like lines. I'd prefer lines on a 5-minute or something. You know. Anyways, totally doesn't matter. Totally doesn't matter. To be honest with you, don't even want to change it because I'm just so used to it. So. I started buying just 25 shares instead of 100 at a time. Learn from you. Yeah. Nice. Yep, I actually do that. It doesn't even matter about the how much they cost. Like for some reason I just always do 25 because I'm always just thinking like sell covered call. If I get 100, so four buys of 25 would get me 100. I don't know. Just more of like it's a habit. No reason. But I mean, obviously, if I wanted a bigger position, if I wanted like a few thousand shares of something, then probably would be more than 25 at a time. But usually, I don't really need so many big positions in common stock unless it's ETFs, like heavy ETFs, and just gonna get you the best diversity. And they've got an ETF for pretty much everything right now. Any strategy you want, they have an ETF for it. It was me. Go Soxel. Heck yeah. Soxel went down 50% right after my buy, though. Yeah. I know, right? Well, yeah, it's tough. That one is tough. I feel like there's a few people, but I know for sure some people were buying it, but it's cool, guys. I'm having fun trading with you guys, to be fair, and making money. Although needs to go up more. Stocks was up 11% though, so that's good. The socks. That one just has so much upside. It really does. Sleep on it if you want. Think it's too risky if you want, but I don't know if anybody actually does. But to be fair, this was a pretty painful. That was a big one. I mean, compared to even Corona, actually, if you think about that, oof. That's a good point. Actually, now that I think about it, this one was much more steeper. Oh, I didn't even think about that before. So from the top, bottom. Yikes, that is a steep slope. Whoa. That is interesting. So actually, man. Oh my god. Soxel went down more in this dip. than it did during the Corona pandemic in March. Well, yeah, good time to buy it. How often do you get that chance? Man, and it was actually faster to go down this time. Man, and I'm like over here like really calm and like collected. That was a bad one for Soxo. I guess I probably didn't even realize that because I didn't even look at it. It's so painful because that's my biggest position. Yeah, I mean, I was down and I was down a decent amount of money, but you know, I had some in the Dow Bull ETF, which Dow has been hitting all-time highs, so it didn't seem so bad. And of course, we were buying the dips on ARK and whatnot. But makes me think I should buy more of Soxel, even though I have so much. I have almost 5,000 shares. You know, I should make it a 5,000 even. Might as well. We're gonna do that for sure. How many more? 80. That'll be cool. Might as well, right? $2,700. I don't even know if I want to put that much money into something right now. I really need to raise capital because I'm at 29,000 on options, but those are all leaps. So that one's okay for me. But I'm running on almost a 90,000 on margin right now, which I don't want to be. I want to raise capital on some. But we'll see. Which ones? Well, maybe even this Apple one, once it gets up, could raise almost. Oof, if it does go up, eventually will. But I would probably raise capital on that one, and then maybe Tesla to be fair. Maybe the ARK leaps or the ARK shares. Maybe I would. Anyways, need to raise capital on something though. Anyways, we'll see. Not anytime soon, that's the problem. So getting into new positions right now that are really expensive, really gotta consider. If I'm gonna spend $2,700 is fine. Just for like just spending the 2,700 for an LOL just to make it 5,000 even is not really not very mature. So I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, it's a good idea. It's just then again, I don't know. Margin only costs like 5% per year, and then Soxel is up like 11% already. So just today. So you know, the thing is, and it's 11%. It's even beating the Chinese web ones, which are doing really well today, like Baba, Tencent, whatnot. But what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I remember. This yield is 8.33%. So I'm actually looking at this one today because the dividend is 8.33%. And I mean, obviously, if you would have bought it down here, that would have been pretty good. But it's rather flat though, so I don't know. I think this is just going back to pre-COVID level. So anybody that's holding this right now is probably has a sense of euphoria because their dividend stock has gone up from like 10 to almost 20. But and it's 8.33% yield. Pretty good. I mean, but nevertheless, you could always just how much margin you have. 100,000 in margin. You could buy a dividend stock that's paying 8.33%, relatively stable and possibly appreciating. You're getting 8.33%, and then paying down your margin is only 5%. So it's kind of like cheat code for free money, 3.33%. Obviously, don't do it for something that's going down, because a lot of those high ones they do just depreciate a lot actually. But if you can do something for more than your margin cost, and if you're on Robinhood, that's actually the only good thing I can think about with Robinhood, beside their nice line graph, is they have 2.5% margin, which now that the interest rates are going up, I wouldn't be surprised if they raise it. To be fair, they might actually. 2.5%, I mean, dang, that's like a free 5% per year. Yeah, just on this one, for example. Free, yeah, literally. Oh, no, it's like 6%, yeah. That's a free 6%, more than a 6% per year. I mean, it's not that much money, obviously. If you want 6%, you literally can just buy cryptocurrency and lock it in a USDT, quote unquote, savings account that they have like on Binance or something like that, and you're going to get 6-7% interest anyways. And it's USD coin, so it's not like it's volatile. But you wouldn't get any appreciation, and you might actually get depreciation with inflation and the devaluing of the US currency. But I don't know, I mean, different ways to look at it. But as far as the 6% on 100,000, I mean, not bad. Not that good either, and that's kind of free money, but obviously you have your 100,000 locked up. So, but if it's margin, yeah, margin is a way making money on your dividend stock, but you know, could be something interesting for you guys to think about if you have possibility to get some margin and it doesn't make you nervous. Then if you've got a really cheap margin, then you can do it, because it's not that much money and it might not be worth it to you though. But just something for you guys to think about. I feel like I have so many small positions diversified that I don't really see much movement in my folio each day. Although I'm only working with like 2.5 my Weeble. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad to have a lot of small positions. You can get diversification, but I mean, you should maybe consolidate and put it into one or two things that you have a lot of conviction for. I think companies like Robinhood and M1 will keep margin rates low for a while. They're trying to get market share with low, yeah. The M1, I'm not interested in that one. Sounds like a cool idea, but not for me. Not for me. Don't like this pie thing, and they only buy like once a day. Opinion. Anyways, well, guys, Voxel is up 11%. Hopefully, we can finish this day out 20 on the Soxel, to be honest with you. That would be sweet. We might actually. That FAS is coming up, probably because the 10-year is coming up. But the funny thing is, everything else is going up. Just to prove the point that the 10-year is not correlated, I really just have a hard time buying that. But maybe my brain is not big enough to understand what these talking heads are discussing. But I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it for some reason. I just think it scared people and they just sold off. But it's actually not a bad thing that the interest rates are coming up. Obviously, it needs to come up. It has to come up eventually. Everybody knows that. You know. My consolidation / conviction towards things goes into crypto more. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, yeah. But I mean, what kind of returns are you seeing in crypto though, year on year? Because crypto is a lot more risky than stocks, in my opinion. And I've done crypto a long time, and I think you should have maybe a 15% exposure to crypto or less, maybe 7 or 8, 5 to 10% exposure. If you want to take a little bit more risk and you're going to be buying and selling, trying to time things, swing trade the crypto, then I would say maybe 15. I think it's good. But you know, having like 95 in crypto or 98% in crypto and then only 2 to 5% in stocks, I think that's I think that's a little risky. It's not wrong. Don't get me wrong. At one point I was 100% into Bitcoin. I was 100% into crypto in my portfolio. So, you know, so don't get me wrong. It's not necessarily wrong to do that, but in this market, the stocks are just doing really well, though. I mean, yeah, Bitcoin is too, but oof, that one's a lot more risky because I've been around long enough to see it take some major corrections, and those hurt because this correction was really big actually. Just for something like the Soxel, which we just looked at, bigger than the coronavirus one. And just the Nasdaq in general was just the same as the September one. So we see a couple of those. But, you know, that can crash. And the stocks I have more conviction towards than crypto these days. If Bitcoin was only $2,000 or $3,000, then this would be backwards. But it's not. Bitcoin is 56. So yeah, but hey, I think it's going to go to 100 personally. And I've been saying that for years and years and years. When I first started talking like that, people thought I was just insane. But yeah, looking like it is now though, huh? I was talking like that back in 2016 is when I really was like, yeah, it's going to go to 100. All in good time. But yeah, I mean up 480%, that's good. That's very, very, very good. You know, can't go wrong with that. So I just think that it might be a little bit expensive right now. But so is everything, I guess, though. It doesn't really matter. Those are good stuff. But also you can do 480% easily in stocks. Oh, at least I think so. I don't think it's hard. I mean, just look at the Soxel, for example. And I know I always talk about this one, but it's just one example. It's not the best performing stock by any means. It's just an ETF. So there's other things that are a lot better. But just take that for example. It's up like 1,000% or something like that. In 12 months, it's up like 1,000%. And before this correction, it was up like, I don't even remember, 7,500% or something like that. Let's look. Always fun. Let me just switch this over to percentage. Okay. So as you can see, where is the... Oh, this is on the week chart. Okay. So let's go right at the beginning here. Go right at the crash. 662%. And then, oh, since the top it was 1,000%. That's pretty good. And that's just on the Soxel. And that's just an ETF. There's obviously things in the ETF that's doing a lot better. And some are doing worse. So it averages out to semiconductors in general being up a lot. Yeah. Crazy. But I mean, for sure there's an element of timing in that. So obviously we're not going to buy from the very bottom. We would dollar cost average, but you know, It would be something like that. It would be some pretty big gains. And once this gets back up here, then it'll be, all will be well. Yep, but sure enough, from the March lows, it's up 1,000%. So nobody except for Jesus is going to be able to predict that exactly 1,000% because you can't time the very bottom and the very top. But you can get somewhere in there, though. I promise you that. So I don't know. I just feel like my conviction for the stocks is a lot more than Bitcoin at this point. And again, if Bitcoin fell to 20,000, which I think possible, that's very possible, then I think that I would definitely be buying a lot more of it. Same with Ethereum. But seriously, congrats to you. 480% is not, that is not an easy feat. Because that's a lot of trading and stuff. I bet you're working a lot on that. Day trading full time. Get this 480, which is great. And you're doing an excellent job. That is not easy. But that's, you know, that's another reason. It's like, but the stocks is like, yeah, you can pick out some ETFs and you can do that too. And you don't have to really day trade it. You kind of just gotta hold it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, I've day traded crypto. I've obviously a lot. And then also even day traded crypto futures, which is different animal. But yeah, triple Q also a decent amount. Since the corona, it's up 416, and now it's like 320, and that's literally if you just hold it. You don't need a day trade. If you did and you did a good job of it, then you might be more, you might be less. You know, but I would recommend not because you're going to pay taxes on it if you're day trading at your income tax level. Which is probably going to be more than the long-term capital gains anyways. And if you don't day trade and sell it, then you don't even need to pay taxes anyways. So in the long term, it would be a little better because there's, number one, there's a lot less room for mistakes. Number two, there's a lot more fundamental analysis we can do on stocks than crypto. There's basically almost no fundamental analysis of Bitcoin, just a few. But compared to stocks, there's nothing. And three, it's a lot less stressful. Four, you buy and hold it. You don't, and you're gonna save on taxes. A lot less room for error. I think you get the point though. I totally understand. You just starting out in the stocks, you don't feel confident, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. No worries. Although, if this is a V-shaped dip, then it might be an interesting time to buy. You know what I mean? Because especially the Soxhole or the T Triple Q, like those are getting killed pretty hard. Or even the, you don't even have to day trade these things. You just buy and hold them. ARK got killed. The clean energy got killed. Renewable resources and energy got killed. Semis got killed. Tech, pretty much. For sure. Appreciate it all. I have been watching and buying dips of PEJ, Away, BJK. Have any thoughts on those? Just started trading for the first time in December and been following you and trying to learn the last few weeks. Well, I appreciate your following. NW Sports Talk. What does NW stand for? Northwest. But yeah. Appreciate you being over here and joining the live stream. Let's see. Let me take a look at it. ETFMG Travel Tech. Ooh. That's interesting. You got an ETF for everything, huh? It's looking pretty good. So it's only up 33% since inception in 2020 in February, right before the dip. What a bad timing. Yeah. What horrible timing they had. But yeah, so that shows technically it's only up 33%, but it ran up from 11. So if you move this over, it actually shows it's up 160%. So this one could be interesting. EEJ. I don't see this one. Yeah. And what else? EJK. Gaming one. Oh, that was cool. That one should do good. Not bad. ETFs are great. There's so many ETFs that I want to buy, but I don't have enough money for them. I like to have most concentrated in the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq bulls, and the semiconductor because there's a shortage. But yeah, that one seems interesting. I mean, I don't have any comments except I think that's great. Just buy and hold it. Don't day trade that. Keep them for a few years at least, and those will print money. I guess. I like it. Well, again, appreciate your support. DraftKings. That is right. And DraftKings, it's in the Buzz one that we have. That's interesting. I am interesting to see if it comes back down here. Yep, I want to know. I want to know if it's going to hold. We shall see. But the Buzz one has DraftKings. Speaking of which, how is Buzz doing? Not doing bad. Not doing bad at all. That one's gonna do very well, I think. Yeah, I don't think we're that shares. So we should start considering raising this up. Well, I mean, what else we got going? Orders. Print one. Yeah, that one I'll leave. Maybe. Pershing. So kind of just running up. They're running away from my orders now. Well, looks like I won't have to dollar cost average anymore. So this SPAC-X one has a more volatility, so it might have a better chance. And then goes up again. That's just beautifully, like, you could day trade that so easily. So flat. Or even do a condor on it. So expensive. So I want this to be between about 58 and I mean, I don't think this is going to work because it's probably going to be so expensive. So probably about 60 and 65 or something. it is going to cost us $208 for potential to make $40. I mean, is that really that bad though? Questioning, because that what return is that? Oof, but if it doesn't though, oh man, you're gonna lose a decent amount. So I'm thinking about, also I don't know what kind of volume those would, but yeah, I mean, I kind of want to do it. Why? If it goes all right, then I would like that. And then the top is 67. Oh, so it's actually way up here. Oh, yeah, I would have a lot of room to run. Yeah, that's in how many days? Till March 19th. How many can we get? I mean, it's not that much money, but pay $2,000 and have a potential to make 420. Cannot make the width smaller to make it more risky and less expensive. We made the 60 to 75. So it's around 60, and then the break even is actually at 60 through 17. Oh. Oof. So break even here 1100, but you're gonna pay 4,000. About the same. All interesting. 59 to 60. Move this up, and then it changes to 60, 2, and 66. 62. Not gonna work. So 9 and so make. Oof. 60 and should ideally be 5. Yeah. Could do something like that, I mean. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna play with that because that could be a really good candidate. Especially if in a couple of days if it tests the sense. S&P all-time high. Take assignment on, oh, if it drops below, sell covered call. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't mind getting assigned on. That's for 10 contracts. I might try it just to see how it goes, but not today though. Not today. We'll see how everything is going. Everything has gone the up and up, so that's all great. But anyways, guys, it's been 2 hours. I will see you guys on the other side, and I hope that everybody has a nice day trading, or at least just sitting there and watching your stuff go to the moon. So I'll check on with you guys, check in on Twitter with you guys tomorrow, and I will have the report out as soon as I can, post my positions and whatnot. And And then, yeah, I will take the live streaming time off for tomorrow. But I will be making some extra videos this weekend. I think I can maybe have it out this weekend, or maybe not. I don't know, but we'll see. Anyways, guys.